Welcome back to Banbury for our penultimate game of the day and of the weekend in the Belief Elite National Touch Series. First round of 3 in the series. We've already had one of our finals this afternoon, the Premiership Cup final. London Galaxy coming out on top. Who's going to win this championship final? Saw Nottingham Mavericks earlier on reach this championship final over CSSC London 3, and they're going to get off to the perfect start in the opening minute. Nottingham Mavericks, and looking really good in the opening minute. What a start. What a moment for the first couple of seconds in the championship final. And looking back at it again, Bournemouth straight back into it in the championship final. What a start. 2 tries in the opening minute. And are we set up for a real humdinger? Nottingham Mavericks against the Bournemouth Lions. It's the first time we've seen Bournemouth Lions on pitch number 1 over the weekend. And let's see how the Nottingham Mavericks can respond in the opening couple of minutes. Owen Carroll involved, and that man Oliver Brassington, we saw the pace he has just over on the left, but here comes Carroll looking out wide, and a good touch on the line, vital from the winger. Emma Pethybridge just on the line to save the day for Bournemouth. Victoria Gaskill there in the middle. Owen Carroll, now's Oliver Brassington looking for the wing, looking for that pace and agility. And he looks like, has he got it? He certainly has, and look at the skill and the pace from Oliver Brassington. And he makes his mark in the championship final. The opening 3 minutes has supplied 3 tries. And what a game we've got on our hands. And here come the Bournemouth Lions, straight from the tap. Here we go. Edging closer to the 5 metres, making up the yards every touch. Good play once again from Bournemouth Lions, sliding in. Not quite on this occasion. So a couple of minutes into this championship final, I'm delighted to say I'm joined with Sean Atkins from CSSC London. How are you doing, Sean? Have you enjoyed your weekend?
Mic's on now, yeah. Thank you very much for having me. Good to be here. Slight injury for myself, so sitting out today, but very great to see some high-level touch being played. Oh, is that Brassington?
It is Brassington steaming through. We saw him earlier on in the day in the championship pool, and he's just got pace to burn as Oliver Brassington.
He really has. What I'm impressed is that despite running at that speed, he manages to keep his hat on.
Yeah, you'd expect it just to fly off.
Indeed.
Yeah, he's certainly got the pace to match with the skill as well, and he's already made his mark in this championship final.
It's good wrecking going on there. Oh, perhaps a bit too much, but looked like a good solid touch made on the ball player.
So of course CSSC See London making the Elite Cup final as well, which will be coming up next. You must be delighted for your side.
Yeah, very excited to see CSSC playing in the final, very much, and deservedly so. They've had a very good competition, very solid performances, and a lot of the top players really performing well. Chris Wall especially looking very good.
Yeah, we've seen Chris Hall. We've had George Miller in here as well into our studios doing a bit of commentary work, and he was delighted with the result.
Oh,
could be a chance.
Here we go.
And
oh, excellent finish.
Fantastic. Well, that's the equaliser, and we've had another superb try, and Bournemouth straight back into this.
That was, I think, was that Vix?
It was Vicky Stevens,
yeah,
just on the wing, and it was a good pickup, good response, and what a start to this championship final.
Yeah.
2 apiece after 6 minutes.
Vix has been a good player for a long time. She's used to be around Bristol area. Used to train down over in Bristol. She's very good then, quality player.
Certainly showing qualities here.
Oh, he's found the saver. Cut through. Reset time.
Yeah, couple more.
Nice, good composure there. Back into the mid, so they're going to set up. Oh. Gap had opened up there, that could have been on.
How does your mentality change when you're going into a final of any of the categories? Of course, Premiership, Championship, Elite. How do you switch your brain to think, oh, right, this is the moment into a final? How do you compose yourself?
Well, it's about focusing on getting the basics correct, your wrecking technique, initiating that touch properly, making sure you get good clean ruck ball. We've had a bit of rain today, so making sure that the ball is set nice and firmly on the ground. Also, probably having a look at opposition, any particular areas that you think, right, we've got to run these plays to make sure that we try and exploit their weaknesses. So yeah, probably just keeping things tight as well in a final. A bit of nerves out there, I expect.
Yeah, certainly as the going into 7th minute of this championship final, 2 apiece, both sides showing their quality, and Mavericks looking to build from the back over the 10 metre, crossing the halfway line.
Oh, that's a good game.
This is a really good bit of momentum building up now.
Brassington's going to go here, is he?
Is he going to put the afterburners on? Is he going to go through?
Nice play, yeah. Very nice. They got a nice roll on there, and then he just exploited them rolling backwards. Straight through the middle channel there.
I think that's the impressive thing about Oliver Brassington, isn't it? It's not just the pace, it's the composure and awareness of what to do at the right time.
Yeah, he's playing really nice. He's looking to see, where's he going to go. He's stepped one way and stepped the other, and then exploited the gap in between for the retreating players there, and then he's just literally turned on the pace and just burned them away, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly has. He's put those afterburners on a couple of times this afternoon, we've seen. And
oh, lucky. Okay. Nottingham taking it wide there, trying to spread Bournemouth across and then come back the other way. Looking to sub now. Good yardage, almost to the half.
Over the halfway line, going through the middle this time, trying to power through, just slowing things down. We see this tempo sort of change, don't we, throughout games?
Good scoop again, though, out to the wing. Ooh. What's the call? Yeah, it's going to be given.
Certainly is.
Beautiful.
And Nottingham Mavericks extend their lead over on the far side. It was a great pick-up and touch.
Good chase by the winger as well. Great commitment. Can't see the angle straight from here, but must have been close, so great finish. Off we go again. Bournemouth with the ball.
Bournemouth looking to respond. They've 2 down now, having to force the initiative and try and get a few points on the board and trying to get back into the final.
This is looking good.
Lovely. Is that the response? Waiting for the confirmation. There it is.
Great cut in there. They've gone left, come back to the right, held up the defender and then a kit in. I think that's the winger.
Here it is. It's Cara Roberts, number 2, coming in, and after 10 minutes, it's 4-3 to the Mavericks. And what a game we've got on our hands here.
Yeah. Okay. Trying to exploit that mid. So mid again, good. 2 touches on that mid.
Looking to go through the middle. Oliver Brassington involved once again. As a Bournemouth, if you were the Bournemouth coach, what would you say in terms of trying to neutralise Oliver Brassington? You know the pace he has and the skill. How would you combat that?
I think there's 2 elements. I'd probably start off with trying to be more dominant in the ruck, because the plant that Oliver's picking up from is very effective. And also I'd be looking to get a better pre-touch from the mids that are not, or the mids or the links that aren't involved in the touch. So nominate someone to go up, and as soon as that person's going up to make the touch on the planter, then someone drops in behind to catch him, and keep a good position, because it looks like he'd probably step you if you're slightly off balance. So it's about seeing him coming in advance, really, rather than once he's got that ball and he's coming at you, you can't do so much about it then.
Bournemouth looking for this equalising try, but not on this occasion. Although it's they're still being patient and still trying to work it to the goal line, although Nottingham having to build from the back once again.
Yeah, they've pushed them back, keep them back there now, keep the pressure on them, don't let them get away with it again. Good yardage though, good plan. Oh, no, good. Thought that was a call against them then.
And they're really building up.
Here we go,
at a
same
steam.
Scooper, 22. Adam Boardman. So they've got 2 really good scooping options, slightly different. Adam Boardman's is picking up really nicely, and he's looking to exploit the defenders. He's having a look to see which way they're going, and he's trying to step them the opposite way. Really nice to see.
And as Bournemouth cross over the halfway towards the sub box, and now crossing over the 10 metre.
Oh, unlucky.
Just at the right time. They're actually just building up a nice bit of momentum there, weren't they?
They were, yeah. Just a little bit off the pace there, just maybe a bit of fatigue setting in.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, of course, we're into the late stages of the weekend. Fitness and mentally, it must be you must be getting very fatigued.
Yeah, and it's the concentration. I think most of these players look like they're fit enough to play through these games. I don't think they're necessarily physically that fatigued. I think it's the level of concentration and maintaining that level of concentration for a 40-minute period, and especially going in when you're subbing off in the box, maintaining that focus on the game, thinking about what you're going to do next. And I would argue that the majority of the time with these players who are well drilled, the difference in between the teams comes down to the players that can come back on and concentrate for the longer period of time. Again, another ball to ground there.
So opportunity now for Mavericks in the Bournemouth half.
Brassington's probably going to set for another scooper. You can see it coming. Here we go.
You just can't you?
Oh, maybe not on this occasion.
He just looks every time, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks really dangerous.
Here they come. Mavericks just slowing things down a bit.
Back door's coming off the deck. Looking for the offside, wasn't he? Not quite there that time. Oh, what's ground? It's a shame.
Yeah, they were just sort of building up a bit of possession there, weren't they? Building the momentum, and then suddenly, we've seen it so many times where you just think that it's going to click, and then suddenly it just falls away at the last hurdle. But we've talked today about the conditions, obviously with the rain and the moisture, creating a bit of trouble for all the players today, really.
I don't know, Bournemouth missing number 17, Sam Cutler. I've not seen him on the pitch yet.
Looking to go through.
Oh, there you go.
And it is Nick Hodson coming through. And the ref confirms it, and we are back at all square. 4-all after 15 minutes. It's been a superb first half in this championship final. Yeah, it was a really good try, wasn't it?
And rain's coming down now a little bit. Just very light rain, but it's going to really change this this game now. They're going to have to look after that ball a bit more.
As a player, what can you do to help you when in terms of handling the ball? What's in these type of conditions? What can you do as a player?
Going into the touch at the right pace is crucial. If you put too much pace running into the ruck and you haven't got the ball, a good grip on the ball, that's going to have a big effect. Quite often,
as he just bundled his way through there.
Oh, that looked good. Quite often, some players who would usually play with one hand would probably move to two just to make sure that they're retaining possession. So, and obviously passing as well, a little bit more sympathetic on the passes, although the top sides really, even given these conditions, they probably still throw a long ball and you'd expect your wingers to catch those. So it's about positioning and keeping the right level of depth for the pace that's been run with the ball for the conditions. Oh, unlucky.
Well, now a good opportunity here for the Mavericks in the Bournemouth half. Can they just get a sneaker point, get back in front?
So they need to settle into this good, burn one touch, reset themselves now, have a chat what they're going to set up. He's got something in mind. So a quickie there on the mid. Out it goes. Oh, unlucky. Is that a new set? No. I thought she had a hand to it then. Okay, so Bournemouth need to get off the pitch now and sub.
Yeah, let's see if Bournemouth can apply any pressure to the Nottingham defence.
Good yardage there. They've subbed one player, two player. The third has come on. There we go. Good yardage again.
Certainly making up the ground, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They've made some really good ground. Now, can they complete this?
Looking at the top.
Oh, shame.
That was a really nice move, actually, wasn't it, by Bournemouth? And it just needed that final pass.
If that had stuck, that would have been a nice score. They got a good momentum. They managed to swap in the players and then got past the 10, got to the 5. And unfortunately, didn't quite catch.
So here come the Mavericks building from the back again.
Here it comes. Here's the hat. What's going to be? Oh, they've got. Oh no, 22 is the second scoop. Is it 24? So here comes the plant. Is this going to be it? There we go. Right. Steps. There we go.
Nice layoff. Brassington in the thick of things once again.
Just forced it a little bit there, didn't they?
So under 2 minutes to go until half time. Still all square. What's been a really close game.
Nice.
4 apiece. Who, if anyone can get into the lead before the half-time break, there'll be a real momentum shift if one of them can.
Yeah,
it's so important, isn't it? These couple of minutes before half-time. If one of these sides can nab one before the break, it'll be a real confidence booster, won't it?
As a player, you I personally quite often forget the score if I'm truly honest. But in a tight game like this, it's crucial. Really is crucial. If they can get another score in now and go into the half, just that one score ahead, given the conditions as well, and then come out and just lock the game down and just win that arm wrestle, because this one is really an arm wrestle.
Well, we haven't had a drop off so far.
On pitch
Not
one?
on pitch one, there hasn't. Sorry, I was about to say, there has been, of course. We've been hearing them around Banbury Rugby Club, but no, not on pitch one.
Oh, it's given.
Yet.
Oh, it's given. Well, everyone loves a drop off. I personally love a drop off, so I would love to see one here.
Always just adds to the drama, doesn't it? Especially in a final.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's the crucial score.
And as we were just talking moments ago.
Brilliant.
Unbelievable. Just diving in there, and Bournemouth get one just before the break. And how vital could that be as the hooter sounds?
Bit of uncertainty in the defence there on the line, which seemed a bit strange, but they got in.
And that is the half-time break. And what a game it's been. Do you feel Bournemouth just with that try before the half-time whistle just gives them that little bit of momentum.
Yes, it does. And despite Nottingham looking like their momentum was building, I think Bournemouth have done well to bring that back there, and that's mainly due to just the yardage they were gaining in their drives and attacks. So very positive.
So half-time in this championship final, and Bournemouth Lions just edging ahead at the break by 5 points to 4 over Nottingham Mavericks. We'll just have a short break and we'll be back with you for the second half very shortly.
Yeah, the right time for a referee to interchange with his sideline buddy is when they're approximately 15, maybe 20 metres from the sideline, and it's at the right time for the play.
I've got you if they come, Ray. All the way back, Link. Link, no, yeah, Ray, I've got you here, mate. Back to me, middle, to 8, yes. Shoot is good. Third with me here.
Teamwork comprises of many factors for the referees. A lot of it is communication with the players.
Take it back 2 meters, Blue, please. 2 meters back. Thank you. Hold here.
Cat go one.
Yeah, roll, that's fine. Look for me. First is with me. Here it is. 27, 2 meters. Yes, good there. Look at me for second.
The sideline ref's always communicating with the players.
All the way back to the ref now. 9, 9, 1 step, 9 offside. Look for the ref next touch.
And at the appropriate time, we'll communicate with the on-field referee when a critical decision needs to be assisted.
Have a look at the ref at the next touch again. You're just in front of the line. 12, no. Good, 12. All good here, Jonathan.
The development of referees is quite rigorous. There are 5 levels in the fit level system. The entry level is level 1, level 5 is the highest. So to progress from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, there's a theory exam plus a practical assessment. And when you go from 3 to 4, 4 to 5, that has to be done at an elite tournament, like a nationals tournament or a Euros.
So we go for the second half here in Banbury, the championship final, and it is mightily close between Bournemouth Lions and Nottingham Mavericks. It is Bournemouth Lions who've just edged in front before the half-time whistle, and will that give them all the momentum they need going into the second half. Tonight, I'm joined with Sean Atkins from CSSC London. And in that first half, it was so close. It was nip and tuck all the way, and Bournemouth Lions just getting that try before the whistle.
That's right. Yeah, that late try there in the first half is nice to have going into the second. But I can imagine they're probably just treating this as a 0-0 game. Well, that's the mentality they'll go with, and they'll look to lock this down and keep it tight, I should imagine.
And Bournemouth Lions straight from the start. Nick Hodson involved. Tom Hardiman as well.
Good touch.
Here is Hardiman slowing things down.
Nice composure, nice control. Here it comes. Oh, here we go.
Out wide. Oh, look.
Oh, no.
Well, that is one of the biggest misses we've seen over the weekend, and how crucial it could be in in a tight game that's been already.
Indeed. And that's the conditions right there. That would have stuck yesterday, nice and dry. Just a little bit moisture on the ball.
Emma Petherbridge. And what an opportunity that was to go 2 points in front in this final, as Mavericks looking to get up the other end of the pitch.
Okay. Good yardage by Nottingham. Good, pinned them back. Good patience, good ball retention, completion of the 6. Bournemouth going to their box. Oh,
a mistake, and now this is a good opportunity for Nottingham Mavericks deep into the Lions territory.
there's that just slight blip in concentration there, I think.
Seeing it from both sides, aren't we, in this second half? And a real chance now for the Mavericks.
Good touch, number 12.
Yeah, critical touch from Tom Hardiman.
Here we go again. Good composure, that's it. Walking it up at a good cadence, not too fast. Good pre-touch position, cornered well. Back up.
Oh, what a lovely
no.
dummy.
Oh dear.
And Nottingham Mavericks well back into this. 5 apiece. Oh, it's just a slip.
I think that was Abigail Walters, or Abby. Great footwork. Faded out. Winger went. Step back in. No link covering that inside there.
And from potentially being 2 points in front, we're back to 5 apiece. It's amazing how the game can just suddenly change in a matter of seconds.
Absolutely, but there were 2. They didn't finish that score, Bournemouth, and then they were a little bit complacent coming out their own half. They didn't get to their sub box, and that turnover ball and that Nottingham are good enough to exploit that like they did, and put that score on them. See if Bournemouth can now do the same. So they've got a repeat set here for a knock forward or knock down. New set of 6, I think. So what's it going to be? What are they going to set up? Spread in the mids.
It's a great angle.
Just turned slightly the wrong way in the dive there. He ended up rolling over himself. If he'd gone straight with the ball, I reckon he could have been in that one. That's Llewellyn. Llewellyn Bosoff.
Both involved.
Would you like
James
to give
Webber.
us a pronunciation of Llewellyn?
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 Is that Llewellyn?
I'm a fluent Welsh speaker, so I've got a slight advantage on
Ah,
you.
there we go. Well, does it sound alright, Llewellyn?
Llewellyn, it's close. It's not quite right, but we'll...
That's me, English. English voice coming. I think I'll just stick to the surname.
Good way to go.
So 5 apiece, 24 minutes on the scoreboard.
Okay, here it is. Is this going to be Brassington scoop time? Not quite, no. It's giving that off. Okay.
Here is that
Right.
man,
Who's going to
Brassington.
set up for him? Back door's on the way, is it? Oh no, here comes the scoop. Cancels that one. Defence made their line quite nicely there. Okay, going for the quick option. Oh, what a shame.
That was
Got
nice.
on his outside nicely, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Nice patient build-up as well, wasn't it? Just working the angle and just got on the right side and it was very close.
Yeah. What was nice was that they used Brassington as a weapon again, and they kind of threatened to use him as a scooper. Cancelled that, made the defence a bit jittery, and then went for a different option. Again, the conditions and that level of concentration really coming into that play there. Good yardage again from Bournemouth. It's really decent. Well, he was on apparently. Okay, fair enough.
So turnover in possession and in their own half, but obviously another chance to get up the field. Can they build up the yards?
Yeah, I wonder if they'll sub here probably. Yeah, tired legs. Ooh, bit of contact.
This is where the fitness really plays a key part.
Oh, that's a good
Look at
run.
this.
Oh, go on, Abby.
Fantastic work.
Is that Abby? No, excuse me. That's not right, is it? That's Megan Merchant.
Mega Merchant just bursting through,
Great run.
finding the angle. And after being 5-4 down at the break, they are 6-5 up. 6 minutes into the second half. But still a long way to go. I'm sure there'll be plenty more twists and turns.
What have Bournemouth got to say about this?
Absolutely. What can they do? How can they reply? Nick Hodson. Hardiman involved now with a red cap.
Lay off to the link. Oh,
Nicely picked up, but stopped on the line.
not sure what the plan was there. It looked good. They've got the yardages. They've put the Nottingham side back on their own line. What are they going to create from here? Looks like it's going to be a quickie. Yeah. Oh. Right. And a little bit away from his half there. Not sure what the plan is. Yeah, here comes the quickie, I think.
Can Bournemouth break
Oh,
through?
back through. Ooh, that must have been close.
Certainly was.
Had a nice bite there, so he took his own player to the outside, stepped back in, had the bite, gave the pass back in. Oh, ball to ground.
So
Nice
two
play, though.
opportunities. Yeah, it was really nice play, wasn't
Yeah.
it? 2 opportunities though missed, but yeah, really good build-up and encouraging signs for Bournemouth.
See this yardage now from Nottingham. Get themselves up there, get themselves safe, get fresh legs on. Oh, scoop time. Oh, maybe next one. Here we go.
We're just waiting, aren't we?
Yeah, here it comes. Step in, step out. Oh, good touch. Great touch.
Yeah,
There
vital.
we go.
one.
They've worked him out there. Someone stepped back, got ready, shot back up at him and caught him for a good getaway.
Over the halfway line, entering Maverick territory. Can Bournemouth get this equalising try and get back into the final? Will Roberts heavily involved. James
Looking
Webber
good. It's through.
looking for an option.
Oh,
Oh, super.
what's the call?
Just waiting, and it is confirmed. 6 apiece.
Brilliant.
It was really intelligent play from James Webber.
Look at all the Nottingham players crowded around the scooper as well. They blocked him out, but he just managed to get that ball through. Fantastic. 11 minutes to drop off, hopefully.
Yeah, 11 minutes to go, and could we be getting a drop off? We haven't seen one thus far. And we're well on our way at the moment. 6 apiece. It's been mightily close so far.
Okay, they're up there. What are they going to do? What's the call? Short skimming? Okay, maybe not. Back door. Oh, this could be it.
This could be another chance.
Oh, unlucky. It was 4th, was it?
Yeah, I think so. Just a couple of touches left remaining for Mavericks.
Oh.
Can he work something with it?
Hmm.
Just
Ooh.
about, and this could be an opportunity.
Wow.
And in.
And that time it was Abby.
It certainly was, yeah, this time around. And made sure of it as well.
A little bit scrappy there, the ball in the air, but they recovered well. Kept that little bit of composure off the link channel. And then came around and just challenged the defensive line and then gave the ball out to the winger really nicely and for the score.
Under 10 minutes to go. Nottingham Mavericks just edge in front. Could they get another one and just extend it slightly to 2, or can Bournemouth get this all square once again?
Good play by 12 again.
And Hardiman involved once again, and he gets it back. Looking for options, goes left, picks it up again, slowing things down, edging closer to the 5 metre mark.
In the strike zone again now. Ooh. Very nice play again, putting that defensive line under a lot of pressure. As a friend of mine would say, asking questions of the defence.
Yeah, certainly is. Nick Hodson looking to burst forwards.
Kept them up there, no score this time.
So going into the final 8.5 minutes, game management is absolutely critical at this stage.
And this is where Nottingham need to, oh, there we go, just as I'm about to say it, they need to keep completing their sixes, getting the yardage up, putting Bournemouth on their own line, whereas now they've conceded yardage to Bournemouth. Bournemouth can start to build from that location on the pitch. And simply from a no touch, he looked to initiate, but he'd already started looking at the ground, so he couldn't reach far enough for the play that was backing it away from him.
So here come Bournemouth, trying to create an opening.
Oh, it's a shame.
A chance missed. Although,
oh,
here we
the call
go.
there then? Is that offside?
Potentially could be, and they've got to set a new
Here we go.
restart. Can Bournemouth capitalise on this one?
Composure time. This is big concentration time. Let's manufacture a score here. Oh, don't know if it's the angle. I thought he was in then. He could have snuck in a bit low. Llewellyn again. Okay, so yeah, so ML's coming. Give. Oh, new set.
Really putting this Nottingham Mavericks defence under all amounts of pressure. 7 minutes to go.
Nottingham can keep him out now. Might see the game away. Ooh, good footwork. Tom Hardiman back on, settling them down. He's going to set something up here.
They've certainly had a lot of the ball in the last couple of minutes. Can they do anything with it? Hardiman again.
Good pace coming onto the ball there by Hardiman. Good setup for him. Very clean. What does Hardiman want?
Here's Webber in the centre. Taking a few steps back, waiting to pounce.
Oh, good touch. Great touch. So the links come in there to help out the mids. The half wasn't readily available, so the links made a really good touch. Looking to exploit that mid channel, trying to separate them, try and get someone in at their feet. Unlucky. Good defence from Nottingham. They've really they've locked it down. They're coming out well. They're working really well as a unit. Looks like it's good communication there. They each know what one another are doing. Good pre-touch position. One of the players is dropping backwards in advance, and then he's coming up to stop the. Oh, excellent!
Well, they've survived that storm from Bournemouth, and now can the Nottingham Mavericks make their way up the pitch?
Look at that as well. Great. Error-free. New players on. Fresh legs. Those guys. Great defensive shift. Here we go again.
Superb. Looking to go through the centre, looking to drive on. Is the space opening up?
Oh,
Could this be it? This is looking like.
Nice one, Abby.
And it is. Abigail Walters.
Fantastic.
And is that the try that could seal this championship final?
Great organisation there. Solid in defence. great communication on the line. They looked like they were in complete control all the time. Fair play to Bournemouth, they moved them around. Nottingham weren't shifting, kept them out, and then they drove really cleanly up the field and got those new players on, and then created the opportunity.
Must be demoralising after all that work and pressure that Bournemouth put on, and then straight up at the other end, Mavericks go and get a point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Bournemouth, they're made of tough stuff. It's just they haven't quite unlocked that Nottingham defence on that occasion. But probably Nottingham awarded this one with a bit more momentum going into there. I think off the static plays, Nottingham found it a bit easier to hold them out. Excellent. Score back from Bournemouth. Good reply.
Yeah, fantastic response from Bournemouth and reduces that deficit to 1 again.
Harding was the key again there, wasn't he? I think when he was standing at link earlier with the static plays, it didn't quite move the mids around enough, so they didn't get separation between the mids in order to try and plug one of those holes. And as soon as he's come onto that at pace, he's able to plug that gap and take him on the outside.
So Nottingham Mavericks just have to think about how they're going to play this. A point in front, 3.5 to go.
Look for the score, but key is just to make sure that they pin Bournemouth back as far as they can to hit home that advantage. So Bournemouth have to work as hard as possible. Touch made there.
And there's that man, Oliver Brassington, looking to drive through. That's it.
Here we go.
It's into 3 minutes to go, Mark.
Pick up. Oh. Ball to ground. 3 minutes, Bournemouth bring us the drop off.
It would be some drama, wouldn't it, if they can do it. I haven't seen one yet on pitch number 1. Are we going to see our first of the weekend?
Bit sloppy. Was that? They're going to let that go? No. There it is. Key moment of composure. The drive had made some good yardage. They're up to the half. They'd had fresh legs on. They just needed to get that to stick. That plant needed to be a little bit better. Nottingham straight back into them.
And can the Nottingham Mavericks get another try and
Here it is.
really put the pressure on?
There's
Chance.
the quickie. Oh, ball back inside. Ball to ground.
2 minutes remaining. The Nottingham Mavericks are inching second by second to this championship final victory.
Oh, nice. Okay. Looks like it might be it. Oh, Hardiman's going. Good yardage. It's the 10.
An important run, that one. 1.5 to go.
Oh. Over the mark. That's frustrative, Hardiman.
Just done all that great work as well, and just a
Yeah, he
lack
saw
of
there was a bit of
concentration.
space. He saw there was a bit of space there, and that's probably when you're a score behind with 2 minutes to go. That's what you do. You think, right, I've got to force this a little bit, and he's just gone a little bit further than he'd like to have gone there. Really, I think he's done for the wing, and the marks just eluded him. But Nottingham straight back getting them on their line again.
So the final minutes of this championship final, a penultimate game of the weekend. Can the Mavericks finish it off?
5th touch called. Last killing. Got to kill it in this corner now. Excellent. Bournemouth have got the work to do.
Seconds ticking down. Can Bournemouth pull off something to get this to a drop off?
The rain's really coming down now.
It certainly is. It's just adding to the drama of the whole occasion. Waiting for that hooter anxiously at Bournemouth.
Here comes the scoop.
Could this be it? Could this be the moment?
He's through.
Driving
He's
through!
Come on.
Oh, no! Unbelievable.
So close. Oh,
And
what a
there's the
shame.
hooter, and that could have been
Oh,
a dramatic ending.
what a shame. I would have loved to have seen that gone to drop off.
It deserved it, didn't it? It was a fantastic final.
And fair play, both teams really stuck in there. 8-7. Bournemouth were up on the half, weren't they, by a point? Nottingham came back.
Well,
Brilliant.
yeah, what a fantastic championship final, and it's Bournemouth Lions that just edge it in the end. They had that chance right at the death to take it to a drop-off, but it is the Nottingham Mavericks who take home the victory. And now we move on to our final game of the day and the weekend. BBR taking on CSSC London Wands, and I'm sure you'll be having one eye on this one.
It's going to be a cracker. I'm really looking forward to this. CSSC ones have they've really been going very strong. Obviously, BBR, there's quality there, so it's going to be a real ding dong. Looking forward to it. I'm going to get in under that stand there and enjoy this to the maximum. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, it certainly will be. So do stick with us. Our final game of the weekend, the Elite Cup final, BBR against CSSC London Wands, will be coming up for you very shortly.